Andrew Froening, how are you?
Oh, I'm well, Vicky. How are you? Thank you.
Not too bad. You're wearing shorts and I'm layered up in jumpers, tracky bottoms and everything, and my thermals. That
My
warm still?
um, it's getting cooler here in New Jersey in the United States. But my heater is on and we can't keep
Yes,
it off. So
yes,
first world problems.
absolutely. As you see, I observe everything. So nothing is safe while you're on camera. So um, we spoke back in January. You were my first interview of the year, and you were armed with a whiskey at the time, if I remember. I think you're in the editing process for some of your films. Have you a whiskey now? Have I
Well,
allowed you time to
this
have a whiskey?
this cup that says I do something called whatever the fuck I want. Um, is filled with coffee, but it may or may not be spiked with peanut butter whiskey.
Oh, what? Peanut butter whiskey? Is that a thing?
It is. It is.
Crikey.
Screwball is the brand, and they can give me money at my Venmo if they like for this plug. But peanut butter coffee has become a thing over here, and it's pleasant. I like it. So
Right.
add
Oh,
that and whiskey.
yeah,
Can't go wrong.
fantastic. That sounds like a killer cocktail. What the devil have you been up to since we last spoke?
Ooh,
Busy, have you?
so much. We've got a lot of irons in the fire now with different video projects. Um, I have my feature film, my first feature film called Soulmate, which we've just entered into South by Southwest Film Festival, and I've just received notice that they have watched it. So we don't know if we're in yet. That would be phenomenal because that's our first choice. It's a relationship horror movie. So I think it's right for South by Southwest. It's not quite a Sundance thing. Um, we'll see.
So why would you say it's not a Sundance kind of thing?
Um, Sundance doesn't seem too big into horror, and a lot of times people don't look past that, which is unfortunate. I was just watching an interview with Martin Scorsese, and he says if you love film, you love horror because
Yeah,
it can really push the audience to all feel something. You can go like to the limits, and as a director, that's really what you're trying to do. And the things that I'm trying to hone and perfect are, all right, well, how can I make my audience feel this? And if I can do it on a grand scale, then I can do it on a micro scale, scene per scene.
right, cool. Okay. And being nosy, I've been snooping on your Facebook page. You have won another award, and I believe another one I've seen today. Is that correct? So tell me about these awards.
Yeah, I won a gold award, gold achievement award at the International Film Festival Manhattan 2022.
Yeah,
Which is such a great film
yeah.
festival. That it's just, there's so much art, music, culture from all over the world. They had a Scandinavian night, they had an Asian night, they had a local night. Just phenomenal festival. Beautiful venues. Just I can't say enough good things about that festival, and I was happy for them to honor me with
Yeah.
some stuff that I do for my day job, which is marketing at a company. And this video is about lighthouse preservation and how they're taking these old lighthouses on the Hudson River in New York, which they aren't so much used anymore. They are active. They have like LED bulbs now, but there's no one living in them.
Right.
There's no lighthouse inspectors with white gloves coming in to check the dust, because I'm sure there would be one or two dusts
Yeah.
these days. But the
Absolutely.
structure of these things is at risk because of the age, because of the torrent of water. So
Yeah.
we did a survey, and we're looking with different technologies so that engineers can have a 3D model, completely accurate engineering grade model of the lighthouse and also into the water with bathymetry.
Wow.
Good stuff.
That's really interesting.
Yes. And yesterday,
Oh, wow. Yeah. And why? Oh,
New
an
York Long
IFF.
Island Film Festival, which
Yeah,
is another one of my new favorite festivals. We were just there yesterday. Just great people, such a great atmosphere.
yeah,
I met amazing talent there, and just the way everything was programmed was very, very well thought out. The films felt like they belonged together in the blocks,
right.
and the hosts are filmmakers themselves, and they
Wow.
honor good work. And
Yeah.
so we won best horror for my short The Door,
Yes.
and
I
my
loved
actor.
that.
Oh, thank you. Thank a
It's
lot of
so
people
good.
love it. I was checking.
Yeah.
I was checking the analytics today, and um, after the United States, India is the second biggest country. So I don't. I was asking some
Yeah.
of my South Asian friends, like, have I? I need you to watch this. Like, have I tapped into something
Yeah.
cultural? And there's a ton of people over there, so it might just be
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
they somehow discovered it. So I'm thankful and curious all at the same time. Uh,
Yeah. Great.
but my actor who played Uncle Paul, who says "close the door," he won Best Actor at both of those festivals.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great.
And he
Great
just
stuff.
messaged me this morning. He's like, "I want to enter more festivals." I'm like, how many of these do you need?
So do you think he had a bit of a celebration afterwards?
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Woke up with a hangover.
I hope it was good, whatever it was.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's some whiskey, if not last night, then tonight.
that's great. I saw as well on your IMDb that you've got 5 projects in post-production. Is this now a full-time job for you? Is it going in that direction now?
I would love for that to be the case. I think if anything, getting closer,
Yeah,
because I've got a lot of my own projects, and there are some projects that are not listed on IMDb yet.
yeah,
For instance, I'm going to have this is a Mighty Dragon exclusive surprise film coming out before Halloween.
oh,
It's a new short horror film, and it's playing into what The Door did well, but also taking things in a slightly different direction. We don't like to make the same thing twice,
yeah,
but a lot of the methodologies are the same. So if you like The Door, which you can watch on YouTube on my
yeah.
channel, FroVideo, one word, FRO video. It's I haven't checked it this morning, but last night it had 55,000 views in
That's incredible.
just 2 months.
Yeah,
So horror is flourishing on
yeah,
YouTube. So I want to do that. I want to grow my following and be eligible to make money from these things. Yeah,
yeah.
it's gonna be a couple dollars, but it'll buy me some, coffee and peanut butter whiskey. So
Well, that's all you need, isn't it, in
I
life,
need
to be
energy, and I
honest?
also need to calm down at the same time. So perfect drink.
Still think YouTube is the best for reach as well. And when you do hit that partner status, you do start then revenue generating. You can have ads on it all, and it just takes that viral video, doesn't it? So it looks like you're totally going in that right direction.
I hope so. Yeah, we're
Yes.
beyond the halfway point. So
Yeah, cool. You mentioned before when we spoke about your mob movie, and I was rather excited about this. When's it out? It's in post-production now, right?
just about done.
Oh,
So this was a film that I produced, and I was hired to shoot, and also I was the post-production manager on it. So right now we're in the final stages of audio editing, tightening up a few words here and there, a few sound effects, getting the mix just right. But there is going to be, it's not a premiere because we want it to be eligible for these big film festivals. We have
yeah,
entered this one in Sundance,
right. Okay.
and South by Southwest. So
Yeah,
hopefully, I'll be showing up for 2 films at that one. Now that I've said it, I gotta knock on my wood desk.
yeah.
We're going to have a screening on November 20th. So just under a month. Cast and crew, family, friends.
Oh my God, I wish I could fly over.
Oh, we would love to have you. Yeah, we've rented out a whole theater over here
Yeah,
in Cranford, New Jersey. They're very filmmaker friendly there. I've been to a film festival there and seen another short film, The Jogger, that
yeah,
has been all around film festivals. That actually just played at the TCL Chinese Theater in
Right.
Hollywood. So can't get much bigger than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that one. So looking forward to that. And that is
Hoping
dress code, right?
that's called dress code.
The mobby one, as I call it.
The
Mobby.
the
Um,
modern mobby one.
so it's a Sunday. I've gone crazy at this. I've just literally really, I've got a quiet house here. I'm home alone. So I've just gone demob happy. I don't know. I've got no questions, got no children here. Something that you have always said to me, that success is for you consistency and not going it alone. And that's kind of stuck with me. And can you tell me the importance these are to you?
Yeah. So first of all, consistency. I know people who have made like they've been like one hit wonders. They've made a really good film, and who knows what happened? Whether they fell off the planet, they enjoyed the spoils, or they just somehow spoiled themselves.
Yeah.
Or just continue to make work and somehow it falls flat. People, and sometimes that could be because of the companies they're working with or the projects that they're hired to do, or that they don't fully trust them with the project as big as it is. So one thing that I want to do is I don't want to make one good project. I want to keep making projects. And I was telling people this that I met at the film festival last night, that the only reason we're making the project that you saw on the screen today is to make the next one better. So the goal is to be in it for the long haul and just practical experience. You know,
Yeah.
just keep doing it. You're going to meet people. You're going to work with so many people. You're going to get so much more experience. You're going to get so much more know-how. And you're going to have a big, YouTube channel without more than one thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now more than ever.
And not going it alone. Is this something you wanted to do at the start and then realized that you couldn't?
Probably. I would say definitely in high school, I started my video production journey. And in college was where I kind of decided, like, I took an elective in video production. I'm like, you know what? I want to make this what I do. So from there, you learn the importance of teamwork, and obviously every team needs a leader. And I feel like I did develop those skills. But early on, it was very much like, I had the vision. They call people visionaries.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bad term for me, because you can have a vision, but if you don't have the skills to communicate your vision, then you're not going to get what you need out of your actors. You're not going to get what you need out of your crew, because if you say, here's an idea for a film, and you give a very broad description of your idea, that person's going to latch on to something, and they're going to fill in the voids in their own brain and say, ooh, okay, this is good, this is really good, and they may think it's a completely different project. But if you're the director and you're leading, you need to say very clearly, like, this is the most important thing about the scene, this is what we're going to latch on to, this is what I'm looking for, and just be very clear in that process, so that there's no miscommunications. And that's something that, again, with experience you get better at, and it's absolutely necessary to have other people. I know people who have made a film by themselves, with like an iPhone.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. That is more power to them. Well, when you want to get onto bigger productions, you have to work with other people, and the most important thing is you have to trust other people.
Yeah, it's finding that network, isn't it, of trusted people. So what is your plans for the rest of the year then? Or are you just going to put your feet up now?
Well,
knowing you won't.
Does sound nice. First of all, for Halloween, we're going to have another short film coming out. We're going to see how that does. I'm hoping with the new followers that I got from the door. Oh, I want to go into this a little bit. So there's a YouTube channel called Alter, which has, if you're into horror film, Alter. They highlight the best horror shorts on the internet. So that was our initial goal for the door, and that was we're going to do it. We're going to make it. We're going to submit. we're going to get in, we're going to get millions of views in the first second. They turned us down. So that was a little bit of a letdown, but I said, you know what? I don't have a huge following. I'm going to put it on mine and we'll see what happens. And it far surpassed
Right.
my expectations, and it helped me build my own brand. So don't worry about rejection, because certain people are going to say that's not for me, and that's okay. Just don't internalize it as like my project is bad or I'm bad. Just find your own avenue to do it, and if no one lets you, find a way to do it yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's for Halloween. Is there anything after that, or is it kind of like just?
I would love, and I have to talk to the director for The Jogger, another film that we produced, and we made this even before the door, but it's been going crazy. Film festivals, it's been in like 100 film festivals already, something like that. I don't have the exact number, nor do I almost wish to know at this point. So many. I would love to get that on before the end of the year. So Daryl, if you're listening, it's time. It's time. Let's blow it up. It's such a great short film. It really inspired an approach a lot of what we did for The Door. So I'm very grateful for the experience of working with Daryl, who is a big Hitchcock fan, and I know you are as well.
Yes, I love Hitch.
It's very, very inspired by that, and all of our talks were about visual storytelling, showing, not telling, and just doing things in a way that every shot matters. It wasn't like, we thought about it and like, maybe we'll use this shot, or maybe we'll shoot it. I don't know what we'll use. We really had discussions about what progresses the story and what we needed, what we didn't need. So we were able to work very efficiently, and that has actually transferred over. So I hope that comes out, get at least one more new short horror film before the end of the year. I've got a lot to edit. We've got those 2 features that we've got to finish, which if I finish Soulmate by the end of the year, like totally get it, all the visual effects pristine, get the audio perfect. That's a good year for me. And I'm sure there's a couple other projects. I'm editing a comedy, I'm editing 2 other horrors at least, for other friends and fellow filmmakers. And we got somebody writing a script, because I can't do everything, for whatever is coming next. So we shall.
Amazing. Talking of writing scripts, thank you for reading mine. And
Pleasure.
I picked it up yesterday, thinking, oh my God, this ridiculous dialogue, absolutely ridiculous, on the nose, needed to tweak it all. Then I decided, oh no, why did I introduce rosary beads? And I've done nothing with the rosary beads since. So it's just silly little things like that. But where is the point? And do you have a point when you're like, enough tweaking is enough and you just have to get on with it? Or
I think you'll know when that point is, because I know people who are sitting on really, really good ideas. They're sitting on really, really good music that they just want to tweak a little bit, or to re-record this or re-record that. But if Pink Floyd never put out an album, then the world wouldn't have that music.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So you got to get it out, and then consistency too. The only reason we're making this one is for the next one. And I know this is a project you've been working at for so long, so that also makes it harder and more personal. I actually found it a lot tougher to edit my feature than I did Dress Code, which wasn't my story. I was hired to edit, and I performed similar roles on set, director of photography, but also director involved with our director of photography when it comes to shot selection. So like I knew the whole structure, and I knew what we shot, and I knew where it was supposed to go, but I was just so much more precious with my own project. So it's definitely a thing, and it shows that but at the same time, it was really nice to just work on somebody else's and just be like, okay, boom, 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 I'm done.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, when you think you've done something and finished, no, that wasn't finished. So
it happens. And you know what? Set goals for yourself, set guideposts to say, by this date, you know, I'm going to have
Yeah.
this done. By this date, this is going to move. And then it'll help you
Yeah.
stick to what you need to do. And it also might light a fire under you to say, oh, okay, well, I really have to do one last rewrite and I'm happy with it now.
I
So
think that's where I'm at.
yeah. One.
I had a look at FroVideo today, the website, photo, video, design. Actually, I was completely jealous looking at this website because it's so good. You just do everything and really well. Are you going to be a film production company? Are you going to leave the the design and the photo side of it? Or will you want to keep yourself involved in all of that?
Yeah, I love variety. And I think as artists, we can be sometimes needing to do something different. For instance, I've been doing a lot of photography lately, which I put it out into the universe. It's like, you know, I'd really like to do more photography. I got a bunch of jobs like all at once. I've been doing some headshot photography, which I love because, you know, as a DP, you always want to make sure your actors and actresses are shown in their best light, and you want to tell a story with the light, and you want to tell a story with the framing and the angle. So this allows me to spend more time doing that, to really find the different characters that these people can play. For instance, one actress who did a headshot, and she needed something for like light comedy, drama stuff, and then she needed a more dramatic portrait. And then she also models, so she needed one that was a little more sporty. So we ended up exporting 3 photos out of the hundreds of photos we took. And she almost looks completely different in each one, but it's still her.
Great. That's great though.
And I'm working on another set for a good friend, and they're turning out really good. He gave me a lot of freedom to say, you know, all right, let's try this, let's try that. And, I'm very happy with them, and I'm going to put them out hopefully in the next few days once they're done. I'm going to work on them right after this, actually.
Great. So you will keep your toe in all your other endeavors for FroVideo.
Design is falling off a little bit. I do like doing that, but I think photo video is kind of what it's coming to.
Where it's going. Aside from your own horror film for Halloween, is there a traditional horror film you will be watching this year? Or one that you just fancy watching?
So I bought a bunch of movies, and I haven't really had a lot of time to watch movies. So I hope to get all these out before Halloween is done. There's been a remake of Cat People, and this was actually directed by Paul Schrader of Taxi Driver. First Perform fame. So the original black and white one was just phenomenally shot, great. So I'm excited to see this remake. I also have this Park Chan-wook film called Thirst. It's a South Korean vampire movie, which I love Park Chan-wook.
Sounds cool.
Why not? And I also picked up from the Criterion sale Jingoku, which is an old Japanese horror film. It's 1960. It's one of the first Japanese horror films. So it has got a cool cover. We'll see.
I was going to say, it does look good.
Criterion never disappoints, so it would be hard to miss.
Oh my gosh, it's been great catching up with you today. I'm going to head off and watch Halloween actually now. That's going to be my evening. I love Michael Myers. He's the greatest, sort of most unfrightening horror baddie, I guess.
Hard to go wrong.
Although I'd never want to see him myself, so that's all good.
Let me ask you, do you have a favorite Halloween sequel?
No.
Just the original.
Just the old. Oh, I do. Hang on. I really love the one that they were trapped in a house. Oh God, I will get it on here. I will put it on the video here. They were trapped in a house, and there was a rapper in it as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one with Busta Rhymes.
That's him. Yeah.
He gets kicked out the window. That's the one I thought you were gonna say, and I'm like, is that the one she?
Yeah, it is. And I really hated the ones with Jamie the girl in. I really hated those ones. But I'm going to try and catch up with the latest one that's come out as well. So
you have to let me know what you think. I haven't seen it. I've heard
yeah,
very mixed reviews, which is always intriguing.
yeah,
But you don't know how to feel about that. My favorite sequel is Halloween 2, the original.
Oh, right, yeah, in the hospital.
That was a fun. It was a little different. He was more of like a Terminator, like you couldn't stop him. But that's what made it kind of thrilling to me, and it was different from the original in that way.
I agree. That is a really good film, and I really loved Donald Pleasance as well. Yes. And I think as Lomas, he was just so good, wasn't he? Just so
big
good.
Role in that too. Yep.
And I think that character was quite unusual for him to play. Well, I couldn't believe he turned up in this horror film. Like,
and he was like this kind of crazy, like, this guy scare people, like, this guy's nuts,
and equipped with a gun as well. Like, brilliant. Like, Andrew, it's been a pleasure as always, and all the best for everything. Keep me posted on all your Halloween stuff and all your films coming out, and I'll obviously give people links in the blog where they can find you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Vicky. It's always such a pleasure speaking with you. I look forward to doing it next year, if not earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let me know if you get any more awards. Send me some as well, please.
All right.
Take care, Andrew. See you soon.
Take care, Vicky.